continuous learning. That's been a huge passion of mine in the 29-year career that I've had. And it's really been a force behind pivoting a number of times, whether it's from my background as a systems engineer in technology to that of a channels ecosystem engagement partner leader to that of a software consultant to that of a sales expert to that of a services leader for the Americas and owning a services organization to that of product and offering management. And listen, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been all promotions. It hasn't been the type of straight line linear journey that you originally think that you're going to go on, and there's a lot of surprises along the way. One of the things that the World Economic Forum is saying is that in the next 6 years out to 2030 that we're in this fourth industrial revolution, and there's going to be $8.3 trillion worth of GDP opportunity for next generation work. But what does that really mean? Because the narrative that we hear today in the news with our up and coming professionals in university and college and those who are entering the workforce now and have been in the workforce in the last 5 years is that there's inequality at work. There is not enough opportunity. There are no reskilling and or upskilling opportunities and guidance as to what your trajectory could be. And so there's a lot of fallout in the multiple industries, whether private or public, and people have been dropping out. And so continuous learning is a big mantra of mine. Having that internal perspective that everybody learns, no matter what your title is, where you are on your career journey, everybody can learn. Whether you are a junior analyst, whether you are a mid-manager, whether you are a CEO or president, everybody has the capacity to learn. I'd like to ask you, in this Women Like Us Mentors Spur of the Moment, what is your mantra behind continuous learning?
A lot of times when we think about continuous learning, what comes to our mind is things like school, university, learning a skill or a trade for your job. But I would really encourage you to think about continuous learning as a life practice. And the reason for that is because you're so much more than any job or career that you're going to be getting into. And I would say for me, that's a lesson that I've learned, is really recognizing continuous learning as something beyond a job. Especially as a business owner, I have to wear multiple hats. I have to learn so many things. So if I just think about it from a linear, one-sided way of my business, that doesn't really work. If I'm only consumed with the learning around my business, then so many other areas of my life are left unattended. Recently, actually last year, I decided I wanted to take swimming lessons. Now I know how to swim, or I know how to doggy paddle, but I wanted to really expand that. I just kind of was in a mode where I said I want to learn and be better at it. And so I decided to take lessons. Now that had nothing to do with my job or my business, but it was an area of my life that gave me an opportunity to have fun. It energized me, and the learning process itself was a fun experience. And that energy and that joy, I was then able to transfer into my job and a lot of other areas of my life. So I'd really encourage you, as you think about continuous learning for yourself, yes, set a compartment aside for your professional learning, but also take time to say, what does that look like beyond my profession, beyond my job, because you are so much more than any job that you're going to be in.
So continuous learning is very crucial for your personal and professional development. You develop new skills, you refine existing ones, you become more valuable for your employer, which leads to promotions, increasing earning potential, and better job opportunities. But what a lot of people fail to realize is that continuous learning also helps you explore completely different spaces, completely different and new opportunities that you probably didn't even know existed. So I'll give you a brief personal example. After graduation, I worked for a good 10 years or so. And then I took 10 years off. During that time, I was busy raising my two sons. While I was raising my sons, I decided to look into diet and nutrition because I had gained a lot of weight due to pregnancy. No nutritionist was able to help me out. I was not able to sustain a diet. And so I took matters into my own hand and I took a course on diet and nutrition. I did a certification and I became a certified health coach. Now, after a couple of months, I actually made that into a business that grew, that flourished, and I did extremely well in it. Again, continuous learning is very, very important, as I mentioned before, not only for professional development, for personal development, but also there are times where you don't realize that there are a lot of business opportunities out there. And once you actually take specific certifications or courses, you realize that, oh, you know what, I can maybe open up a different business, or maybe I can do my own thing on the side and earn a side income, like a side hustle.
Continuous learning. This doesn't have to be formal education, like taking a course or attaining a designation. It could be just listening to podcasts, which I love to do and I'm doing right now as I'm walking, but I thought I'd take a break to film this video. It could be just talking to people you respect and listening to their opinions or any kind of words of wisdom they have. It's about just learning and being curious. So I talked about podcasts, but as well as that, I'm also like to read, whether it's self-help books or things like biographies on people who have been successful and what led them there to that path. I turned 55 last year and I retired from a company I worked at in the corporate world for over 25 years. But I am working part-time as a consultant. So that's just offering my services that I've gained expertise in and to people of highest integrity and those that are experts in their field that I can also learn from. And I can learn from them by listening.
Hi everyone, this is Sarah Power. I am a producer in live entertainment, and my lifelong mantra for learning is to always keep reading and always keep experiencing new things. I'm currently at the Kitt Peak National Observatory. You can kind of see a giant telescope back there, and they're actually all around me. Continuous learning through experiences, trying new things, going to different places, and always reading. That is my mantra for all of you.